Join me, Tech Grandma, as I upgrade my graphics card from the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2070 to the GeForce RTX 3070 Ti and see if I can really boost my video performance to the next level. I actually purchased the 3070 used from an acquaintance, but it had really been cared for well. He even had all the original packing and documentation. You're looking at a side-by-side comparison of the performance of the two cards. The primary difference seems to be in the architecture. The 2070 uses the Turing processor and the 3070 uses the Ampere processor. Upgrading your graphics card is one of the most significant upgrades you can make to your gaming and/or graphics setup. Not only can it breathe new life into your system, but it can also unlock incredible performance that'll take your gaming experience to the next level. Make sure your system meets the minimum system requirements for the specific graphics card you're installing. Here are my specs. I personally am not a gamer, but I do lots of heavy-duty video and graphics editing. A powerful graphics processing unit, GPU, is crucial for video editing due to its ability to accelerate rendering, provide real-time playback, and enhance overall editing performance. A graphics card can improve photo editing, especially if you're using software that can leverage GPU acceleration. Photo editing applications utilize the GPU to speed up rendering, applying filters, and processing high-resolution images. A powerful graphics card can significantly reduce the time it takes to perform these tasks. If you work with large files or high-resolution images, a good graphics card can help manage the data more efficiently, leading to a smoother performance and quicker loading times. A dedicated graphics card can support multiple monitors better than integrated graphics. If your photo editing work includes 3D elements or video content, a strong GPU becomes even more critical. Investing in a good graphics card can lead to a more efficient and enjoyable graphics and video editing experience. Let's face it, if you're a gamer, you probably have experienced the frustration of low frame rates, laggy gameplay, and poor graphic quality. It's like trying to play a game with a perpetual fog hanging over your head, obscuring your view and ruining the experience. Subpar graphics can completely ruin the immersion. And if you're trying to play at 4K resolutions or high refresh rates, you'll often find yourself struggling to maintain a smooth experience. But it's not just about the frame rates. Poor graphics can also make games look dated, lacking in detail, and just plain uninteresting. And let's not forget about the stuttering and screen tearing and the endless frustration that comes with it. It's like trying to watch a movie with a perpetual stutter, where the audio and video are always slightly out of sync. And the worst part? It's not just a matter of turning down the graphics settings or sacrificing performance for the sake of visuals. No, the real problem is that modern games are designed to push the limits of the hardware. And if your graphics card isn't up to the task, you'll be left struggling to keep up. But enough talk. It's time to install the new graphics card. You're about to witness the transformation from mediocre to magnificent, from sluggish to silky smooth. You might think that upgrading your graphics card is a daunting task reserved for the tech-savvy and the brave. It's really not. It only takes a few minutes, and providing your system is a fairly recent system, it's pretty much plug and play. And let me tell you, the process was surprisingly painless. Just a few screws, a few cables, and voila! The new card is in, and the results absolutely staggering. First, I removed the power cable from the 2070. Unscrew the 3 screws at the back of the system. Push down on the tab at the end of the slot holding the graphics card and lift it the graphics card out. I placed the 3070 into the slot and pressed down until the tab locks. This card came with a support that could be used to help stabilize it, but I had purchased one that I thought would be even more stable. About 3 or 4 months ago, I was having issues with performance of the 2070, so I thought maybe it was going bad, or the power supply wasn't adequate. And when I opened the box, I realized that it had come partially unseated from the slot, probably due to moving it during the office reorganization I did a few months ago. I reseated it, and that solved the issue. So, I recommend using some sort of device to give some support to the card after it's installed. The one I purchased has adjustments in a couple of places to allow for specific heights. After attaching the support for the card, I replaced the 3 screws, then reattached the power cables. And since I had an NVIDIA card before, I already had the NVIDIA control panel installed on my system. If this is your first time, you can install it from the NVIDIA website. You can change some of the configurations using that software. Be careful making changes though. I was having an issue with large files before with the old graphics card. When I would zoom into the pixel level, the image would shake and make it nearly impossible to edit. So far, after upgrading to the new graphics card, I have not experienced that shaking, even with very large files zoomed in right to the pixel level. I also just rendered a 35-minute video that took me approximately a half hour on Monday. It took only 12 minutes, and that was with an upgraded resolution. So what's the takeaway from all this? Upgrading your graphics card can be a game changer, literally. It's not just about boosting performance, it's about unlocking a whole new level of immersion and enjoyment. If you're like me and find it difficult to afford pricey new graphics cards, check out the possibility of buying a used one of the previous generation from someone else who has to have the newest generation. Here's a short clip of the fantastic LED lights on the graphics card. My box has glass front and side to show off all my LED lights in my system. Do you have any stories about your graphics card upgrade performance? Be sure to leave a comment below. And don't forget to check out my other video about upgrading gaming RAM. Thanks for watching.